Let's now speak to Alex Macheras. He's an aviation analyst joining us from London. Not only are you an analyst, but some people say you may have the best job in aviation, in fact, where you travel the world on these delivery flights to test them out. So I know you haven't been on this one yet, the C919, but are you going to get the chance to do that?
Well, I hope so, and hello to you over there. It's definitely been a groundbreaking moment for Chinese aviation, because the mark of this first flight means that they are now on the way to becoming a key player in the aviation industry, which they haven't been able to before because they haven't manufactured a large passenger jet like this C919 that they have. So although, yes, it's delayed, and although it won't be in commercial service for around another 2 years, this is the beginning for Chinese aviation and for being a true competitor in the industry.
But why is it that China has come late to the party?
It's definitely a question that, I mean, they did address when they tried to build a narrow body quite a few years ago, which failed. And it's a question that analysts have been kind of trying to work out for a long time in terms of, okay, if they recognize this demand, why didn't they start earlier? They say that it's because, you know, China are famous for manufacturing in various different industries, and that aviation was just on the list. And here they are now. They're late, but they're here. And it's very strategic as well in terms of how they have chosen to make their first large aircraft a single-aisle aircraft. And why this is strategic is because the demand, as was just mentioned in the package, for global airline aircraft around the world, 70% of that demand will be for the single-aisle market. And this aircraft is single-aisle. That means it operates short to medium haul routes. And so, you know, people are saying, okay, so why isn't it wide body, or are they not competing with, you know, the Jumbo or the A380? Well, no, it's a single-aisle for a reason. China are ready for the next 10 years of aviation.
So do you think that there's going to be interest then in foreign buyers? And does this represent a challenge then for Boeing and Airbus?
I think the rise of COMAC will eventually represent, you know, they will become a true competitor to Boeing and Airbus. In terms of orders, well, you can imagine most of them are from domestic airlines anyway. Air China, China Southern, China Eastern, they have all placed their orders for this aircraft. But also GCAS, and they're an American leasing-based company. So they are a lessor, of which they have ordered 10 firm orders, and then they will then go to customers around the world looking for this. But, you know, COMAC and this aircraft, they're already dealing with EASA, the European Aviation Safety Agency, to get it certified for Europe and for the rest of the world with the FAA. They are on the way, and this aircraft, first flight, although, like I said, delayed, marks the beginning of the future, because in 2024, China will be the largest aviation market internationally.
Here's the thing, though. What we understand about this flight is that there was no less than 15 foreign suppliers who were used to build this plane. So can we really say that it's made in China?
Exactly. It's like with all aircraft manufacturers where people say that, you know, Boeing, they're American, Airbus, they're European. Well, actually, the same applies for COMAC in this situation. Of course, the aircraft is homegrown because the majority of it has been manufactured in China. It was designed in China. The key parts for the fuselage were made in China too. However, like you mentioned, you know, aircraft are very global. Things such as the weather radar, parts of the landing gear, they have all come from the States, Europe, other parts of Asia, and the same applies for the American manufacturer Boeing and, of course, for European manufacturer Airbus. So, of course, this is a milestone for Chinese aviation because this is a homegrown aircraft. However, aircraft, they're very international.
All right, got it. Alex Macheras, we thank you for speaking to us from London. Well, there is lots of interest on the story on our website as well, aljazeera.com. So this article is, in fact, one of the most read on that Chinese jet. And also, you can view the video of that flight taking off the moment that it actually took off right there by going to our website, aljazeera.com. We are also monitoring a story